Well, good morning and welcome to Let's Play. So we are continuing our look at Disco Elysium, and I'll admit I've spent a little time just kind of wandering around, trying to see what all's here. There's all sorts of little things to look at. What we got here? This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. We get back here to look at the stuff.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of the roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
Okay.
The rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Okay.
Look, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
What is
It's
this?
nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Yeah, there's something more to it than that. But I don't think he's capable of understanding it right now. Speaking of which, I picked up something. Where was it? Items. Interact. Close. Maybe I used it already, but I found some magnesium. It was supposed to improve his health. Maybe I already took it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's look at this now.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
I have a slightly better chance. Let's try again.
Pneumonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is up, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Okay, didn't do much better. The ammonia didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
You feel the lieutenant pat your back rhythmically.
The weight is reassuring, like a kernel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it.
He pats your back again.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a pause.
Not being hungover helps too.
Can we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now.
That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that,
He withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the eye.
you need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Thought gained. Volumetric ship compressor. Okay.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Okay.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay. Huh. And Brad actually stopped throwing rocks long enough for us to stand there and talk. Equip and complete the volumetric. Really? Okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. So where is this? Internalize. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt. In 20 minutes, shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go onto the great raised motor track, the 881, until you reach La Domaine Imminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. Okay, so how long does this take? Well, this one gives me a bonus to encyclopedia. I'm assuming that is intelligence. Ah, here. Your SH is a part, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that, together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of SH compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Okay. So that's the only two things that looks like we have to internalize right now. Talk to people, huh? Well, let's go find people to talk to, and not that kid. And not the mailbox. Although he apparently had a very good conversation with the mailbox, I don't know. Who are you?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this, anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Huh, interesting.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Challenging failure. What's a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're staying out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
I should have a word with the store owner, maybe.
Oh no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
It seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
She smiles gleefully. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Why indeed. I'm just an old tired cop. What use am I?
You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important, something that wows the world.
Thanks, girl. You're very kind.
Yes, sir.
She smiles and takes a sip from her vacuum bottle. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Oh, did he have a thought somewhere? There. The book appears to be of an adult nature, but without the actual adult stuff. Okay. I don't see how that works, but okay. Maybe I could talk to this person.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Alright, I got this. Ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Huh. Hand-eye coordination too high. Acting without hesitation. This is a red check. It cannot be retried. Well, we're going to try it.
This felt wrong.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
There are no two more powerful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing.
The throw is terrible and you know it. No need to mock me.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
His tone is full of admiration.
With a pinch of fear.
How are you ever going to get the officer's off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his arm?
Perfect throw? Well, I still feel defeated.
Probably because those Russo pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical, durable, premature made? Now, what can I do for you?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. And like most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I am an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose a name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a boule into his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did, propaganda, and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we left Gallagher. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shell them here in Mortenay?
Because this place is in a beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
A beachhead?
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Rochelle. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Rochelle during Operation Deplo in 08. The others were off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Not thoughtfully, and turned to look northeast.
This here is blood ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we played pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got all René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Ah, that explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell in the city before they stormed it. And it worked too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players of the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding them. What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Huh. Okay, so that's how it should be. Saw socialists paving the way for the hardworking class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. The foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste signs everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
He sighs.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Who was this Frizzle?
Damn Frisell. He was a king we couldn't protect. The Carabiniers failed him, and his crown. He died in the hands of the Redbubble, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume.
A true king in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frisell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Thank you for your time. Well, didn't get much from that. Looks kind of interesting, though. Oh, what's over here? Enormous wolves worthy of a real man. Oh, there's more stuff this way. There's a dock here. And a boat. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Capeside Apartments. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, roundabout north.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Inside the frame, a motorcycle in repair and the tools used to disassemble it. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat dock next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Awesome is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershot. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have a reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wellpines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to her zon.
Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
I have an opinion on this one here.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
And catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Oh, what do we got now?
Volumetric compressor.
Thought complete.
Bizarre scientific news from Rivershore West today, where a police officer's has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the singularity lasts.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So what do I need to do for this one? Jump across the raised channel. Okay, yeah, this tells me what he did before he got here. Map information complete. Acquire a copy of the city map. Okay. Okay, that was funny, I have to admit. This game is definitely unique. I'm kind of enjoying it. Alright, what else we got here? Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 33A. Your room in the Whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. But get wet, get late. You should probably get back and hopefully he can sleep. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life.
A stricken woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCN.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCN in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I am enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Not a lot of people in boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
What do you mean, archipelago?
I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not?
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sell a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Havashol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Redbubble, between the city and the islands.
You have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two Insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
What happened to the other time?
The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Still need to see the license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
What do you mean?
The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials.
Okay, I forgot the stupid Wayfarer Act. I had another question.
About the boat.
I think I have a handle on the boat.
Good.
Tell me about the Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Okay.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the other Indo-tribes?
Sorbatis, Eliweb, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for balance.
A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Easterners 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavour. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this? Look around.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world. That's quite the endeavor indeed.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality.
No time to explain. Just give me the lowdown.
No, but please, a little context. We're not in such a hurry.
I got so drunk I forgot literally everything.
What?
Please don't make me say it again.
Such an acute encephalopathy just doesn't seem possible. Surely you're joking.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol, and the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes, we're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insula Lake.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol, and the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes.
Known to the vast,
Okay.
lukewarm, and unknowable,
Okay.
flowing in and out of sight.
Okay, that's Martinez. What is Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
A great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay, who built the city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile-Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century, 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We're standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insula Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're on the periphery? Basically nobodies.
Speak for yourself, officer. I'm well known in certain parts. As to the place, you're right. We are 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government in Cylindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Say nothing. Observe the large body of water swelling. Cold.
She observes your eyes scan the horizon, then breaks the silence, slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Monsieur will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
You're right, Lieutenant. I'll continue later.
Not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Got it. Another question then. That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
No, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Okay. We'll continue that later. But for now, what did we learn? So, she feels the rich and willing to answer your questions portion of that quest. That's good to know. And it looks like we're part of the way done with Lonesome Long Way Home, but certainly nowhere near complete. But we will continue next time. Until then, bye for now.